Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now I'm back with another video, and this time will be a different story time. This time we're going to be diving into, well actually, I guess today I could talk about my experience at Starbucks. As you can see, I'm in my bonnet, I'm tired, but I felt like getting this off my chest so that way you can know what kind of guy I really am, because y'all probably think I'm just some spoiled brat, whoever's tuned in here with this amazing setup, but I actually don't have a great setup. And I also wanted to talk about a little bit more just work ethic period, because I was going to talk about just Starbucks, but now thinking about it, I'm going to talk about a total of all my jobs. Now I'm going to be starting with McDonald's. Now if you guys are here and wanting to know about my job history but you haven't hit that subscribe button, I'm very confused by that. Please hit that subscribe button. Also like and comment about your experience working, and also share to other people who could relate. Now, with all that out of the way, I say we go ahead and get into my work history. So my work history was nothing different. Like when I first, ever since I turned 16, I dreamt about getting a job because I just wanted to get my own stuff with my own money. I didn't care how hard the job was or how it was. I just wanted money. That was the only thing that was on my mind, was money. And that's kind of the only thing that's on my mind right now. So when I applied for McDonald's, something was already sketchy about it because they just picked me up just instantly. There was no, there was basically no interview. All they did was ask for my stuff, and I didn't even get to meet the people, or I wasn't told what kind of position I'd be playing. So I was kind of just picked up out of nowhere. So when I first started working there, my first day, I came in this trashy yet non-stylish uniform. But I bettered myself from the past. So I was working there and I was just basically observing. Nobody taught me anything. Nobody really did anything. They just told me to observe, and that was it. And yeah, that was pretty much how it went for the first 3 months. Actually, the first 3 months, they actually made my life miserable. I think I showed this on my other channel, which is Ample's, my experience at McDonald's, but y'all don't know about that. I'll probably put a link in the bio. But anyway, I was observing, and well, I didn't really know anything because I just started working there. So they told me to do something and I didn't know how to do it. So I just sat there, and that was low-key my fault. But then they showed me what I needed to do, and I kept saying I didn't know how to do it. So when I tried doing it just by myself, they decided to punish me by making me clean the bathroom on my first day. So yeah, isn't that something? Isn't that how? So I think they've been picking on me constantly ever since I've been there, but you know, I was a brave soldier. I took that with a grain of salt. I took that with no effort. And I guess once they saw my resilience, they just stopped messing with me. So after that happened, my career was squeaky clean. Everything was fine. Everything was good. Everything was it was basically to perfection. So I've been feeling perfect for at least 3 more months, and then I think after my birthday, that's when it started to hit. Because when I would turn 17, nobody really said happy birthday. Well, then again, they didn't know. They just saw me as an employee, and that was that. And also as a work on my birthday, but hey, you gotta get that money somehow. So I think a few days after my birthday, I see one of my friends that I haven't seen in a while, actually. So when I saw him, I didn't know how to react. So I was like, oh my God, I gotta be stay far away as possible. I don't want to avoid any awkward moments. So when I was trying to avoid that awkward moment, they put him in the spot that I always get put, which was kitchen. So when they put him in the kitchen, that's when he knew me, and yeah, we started being cool afterwards. And then another new girl showed up, and she is one of the best friends that I've ever met. She has my back no matter what. She just understands me for me. Even if we are friends, it just doesn't matter. And low-key, I love her so much, and I'm so sad that she's gone. But we'll get into that later. So, both of my friends were there, and I think that's when I started cutting up, because when I first got there, nobody really talked to me. Nobody wanted to be real buddy-buddy, because if I had to be honest, I was the only youngest person in there. There was not a lot of Black teenagers in that store. It would be 20-year-olds or maybe full-on grown men. And so connecting with them, from my perspective, that would have been horrible, because it's just who wants to hang out with a 16 and 17-year-old at a McDonald's? That's not, no. So when I actually started engaging, I guess, our work ethic was very well. Like, we got our stuff done. We just had a few little moments where we talked, and we would always get the food out. We always get the orders out. There was no problem with the registers. There was no problem. I guess they just had a problem with us having fun and us being kids, which we're teenagers. That's what we do. At least have us, like, they basically wanted us to become brainwashed robots who just do whatever they say. And I wasn't feeling that, because they started picking on me as soon as they came. So it's just like, y'all already picked on me. Why do I have to be brought into that traumatizing moment again? And I have to build that resilience up again. And low-key, I think the breaking point for me was one day I called off work. Well, I didn't call off work. I was off work. And it was the day I got paid. So I was going to get my new phone. This was before past tense, as I told you in the previous video. I got an iPhone 11. So when I was upgrading my phone, my boss kept blowing me up, and then I said, well, I have to get my phone activated before I could talk to you. And he said, okay, cool. So when I told him I got my phone activated, he asked me, could I come into work today? And of course not. Like, I don't want to come into work today. This is my off day. I've been working 5 days straight this week. I'll come back tomorrow because I'm working, like, Friday is my only off day. No, I'm not gonna come and work, like, not right now. And they said, okay, cool, because one of our crew members quit and we're not allowed to play music anymore. Now, that one I was confused at. If you didn't know, at McDonald's, we can play music. We can basically, you know, vibe a little bit, like, helps, like, the work time or, like, the shift time just go way by quicker. So we used to play music, and the fact that we've been doing this for this while and now I can't do that, that's kind of messed up, especially since I got my new phone and all. I had Apple Music. I had everything set up. I even got a new speaker. So this one, like, I started, like, just basically getting real mad. So when I came into work the next day wondering what was happening, they said that me playing music was the only reason why this guy quit. Okay, well, the thing is that if, like, me playing music was the reason why this guy quit, then why didn't he come up to me about it? I felt like you're just putting words in his mouth, and you're speaking a whole different experience than from what he has. Because I found out that they were messing with his check, they were messing with his money, and who wants to have their money messed with? Not me. So I could understand why they quit. Then they had this whole big staff meeting where literally the whole night crew was set to work for only 2 hours, just because they were working 1 hour for, like, regular work, and they were working another hour just for, like, a whole shift meeting. And then they were saying some BS, talking about, like, all the crew members love each other and all, like, our work ethics off. We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to get that stuff tight. And we also had, like, new rules, like no music playing. We had, like, no food. Like, no food could be punched in, especially if it's not on your break. So yeah, it was just a lot of stuff that we got away with was just taken away, which I really didn't understand at that point. So I just decided to just put in my 1 week notice, because, hold on, you thought I was gonna put in a 2 week notice just so I could get a full check? No, half a check is the only thing I need right now, because I have another job that's waiting on me, which I'll get into that later. So I think it was one of my last weeks, or no, second to last weeks. There was apparently a big beef with one of the bosses and the ex-employees. So the ex-employees, they got fired basically, and they wanted to get revenge on her, so they decided to threaten to drive by the McDonald's. Meanwhile, me and my friend and this other person are the only ones who are really working. We're all over the place. We're all trying to, like, but, like, low-key, as soon as I found out about it, I tried to get it home, because, like, hey, I'm not no target, so I'm not gonna get shot up just because y'all want to keep this business going. If it was really that serious, y'all could have closed the store down. So, but, like, low-key, I was just scared at that moment, because it was just like, I'm not trying to get shot. And meanwhile, my friend is working drive-thru, and she's a while away from me. So for me to even try to save her, that'd be tragic. Like, we both end up getting shot, or she'd only be the one getting shot. So yeah, I wasn't trying to do that. So me and my friend, we both dip home, and I was like, yeah, this is my 1 week notice. So I gave them my 1 week notice, and then when I left, I guess everybody started kissing my butt, and they started, you know, basically, they started talking to me and try to connect with me. Too late, too soon. Like, you had that chance when I was there earlier. You could have just did it there, but hey. So that's the end of McDonald's, and I think the next job I worked at was Hungry Howie's Pizzeria. Now, Hungry Howie's Pizzeria wasn't really stationed here in Houston yet. It was mainly stationed here in Katy or in Alabama or any out-of-state place, basically. So it was kind of hard to get your hands on like one of those great, beautiful pizzas. I'm being so serious. Those pizzas are so good. But also my sister used to work there, so it was kind of really easy. Like I could just walk in, take her spot, she could quit, because I didn't understand what the whole thing was about. So I think when I first started working there, it was pretty straightforward. Everybody was being nice to me. Everybody was telling me I was doing a great job, and yeah. But also, we can't forget that I'm a minor, so I'm going to be working less hours than I worked at McDonald's, because I used to be working like at least 30 plus hours at McDonald's and only working for 70, 75 per hour. So like I was also kind of just like, yeah, I don't know about these less hours. I'm gonna need some money. So, and also I have a lot of things to take care of, especially like right now, I'm trying to take care of shoes. I'm trying to take care of clothes. I'm trying to take care of like streaming service bills, phone bills. Like I need money. So, I think as I was working there, they were telling me I was doing a good job. And then one time I worked basically a graveyard shift. I worked from 1 o'clock to 9 o'clock, which was nothing simple, like nothing too bad. I mean, I've worked worse at McDonald's. Like I remember staying like 1 hour over. I worked 9 hours total. So, but the thing is, the store needed me, which is something that I really didn't understand. But anyway, I worked that one shift, and then they just decided they were going to agree to give me lesser shifts. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm very flexible. I could work 5 days a week with no bitching and moaning. Seriously. So it's just like, it kind of hit me, because I was just like, yeah, I want to work those hours. But they never gave me those hours. They ended up giving me 3 hours every 3 days, only working for $8 an hour. If y'all don't know what the equivalent to that is, that's not even $180 a week. That's $80 a week, $83 a week, and I get paid bi-weekly. So I'd be making like what? I'd be making like 300, not even 320. Yeah, 320 a month. If y'all don't know what 320 a month is, that's $1,600. Like that's $160 every 2 weeks. That is not gonna cut it for me, especially with all that stuff that I have and all this money I'm working for. But I didn't really notice it because I was getting my last check from McDonald's, and I guess it all added up together. So I was just kind of chilling for a moment. But as I started to see the numbers continuously go down and down, I was like, what is happening? So after that whole fiasco happened about me having no money, me basically being broke, living off of other people, it was low-key kind of struggling for me. So then I decided to look for another job as I was going there, which was, I was looking for Walmart and stuff. And then Starbucks just hit me up and they were like, okay, well, we have an interview for you. Okay, cool. So I went up to Starbucks and I got the job, easy. They just needed me to go through training and stuff. So I kind of admit what I did to Hungry Howie's was down and dirty, but it was just, I couldn't deal with it anymore. So when I went and like quit at Hungry Howie's, I just didn't show up. That's just how it was. I just didn't show up. I didn't do nothing. All those free pizzas, all those things were finito. So when I went to Starbucks to work for the first day, I was low-key kind of feeling it. I was feeling like, I was confused, of course, but like as I was learning about drive-thru, I met these, because actually, now that I think about it, me and my sister work at the same Starbucks at this time. So we were working together, and there were these two gentlemen that we met on our first day, which we were just kind of like, they were basically teaching us the basics, like how to work drive-thru and how to work the headset and how to like get drinks out on time just in case of your drive-thru, and like how we're supposed to do this, how we're supposed to do that. They were very nice gentlemen at first, but it's just as we progressed, I felt like they were seeing us do like not the stuff that they wanted us to do, and they started getting on our butts for it. So I was already feeling some type of way, because it's just like, watch the tone. I can do whatever you want me to do as long as you ask nicely. But then again, this guy, he's used to like basically telling people what to do. He's used to being a butthole. So when they told me how to do this and do that, they were making me feel like I was retarded, which is something I wasn't really feeling like. And of course I know how to work stuff, y'all. I hope y'all know that. I really do know how to work stuff. Like there's nothing, like just tell me how to do it and I'll do it. And then there was this one dude who always used to just get on me for no reason, like whenever I'd be working drive-thru, because it's our job to connect with our customers. But at the same time, I'm not trying to learn anybody's life story in my 5-hour shift. Like that's not just gonna happen. because that's gonna stick with me for a while, and then it's just gonna be all I think about. And who's trying to do that? Like, I understand we're supposed to be very connected with our customers, but I'm not trying to be that connected. Keep me social distance. So when I was feeling that type of way, I guess they just like kept telling me to do a continuous thing, because one, I hate drafting with a passion. There's a bunch of ugly, old, wrinkly people who feel like they can tell you any way you want just because you need this job and stuff. I don't need this job. I have parents who fully pay for basically all my stuff as long as I asked and as long as I was nice about it. So I really didn't need this job, but I wanted to have a little independence and a little, you know, pocket change. So I hated drive-thru with a passion. When I first started to work bar, they just, again, talked to me like I was stupid or something, even though it was my first time at bar, so of course I'm gonna be stupid on some sort of things. Like, you can't just throw me on something not telling me nothing about and just expect me to, like, do the thing. Like, that's just not how it's gonna be. So I was starting to begin some type of way, because as soon as one of my bosses, they saw how I was working, they kind of gained a big attitude with me. And one of the bosses of the boss, they began seeing that, and she kept putting him in check, because it's just like, you don't need to talk to him like that. So as soon as she saw how my experience wasn't, you know, as fun as I was hoping it would be, she decided to switch me to different stores, so that way I never got to see them again, and I never had to deal with that emotional panicking. Basically, flash forward, like, basically update. I'm working at a new Starbucks. I'm happy. Everybody's treating me with great. After they saw how I was treated at the last Starbucks, they really give me the best, like, work experience ever. So I don't know if I'm gonna quit, but if I am gonna quit, I'm gonna quit with a smile on my face and not with just me being mad, because I'm not trying to be mad at the Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, that wraps up today's story time, and that's basically how my work experiences went. I would suggest that as working in the workforce, and I'm saying to all of them, like, my black young men out there, if y'all are planning on going to the workforce, please understand that you are a black man in America. So if they treat you some type of way, you have to build up resilience to it, but also don't let nobody push you around. Always stand up for yourself, regardless of whatever. If you feel uncomfortable, just say that, and the boss can do that. You could also report them, and it could be anonymously. You don't have to say nothing. Always make sure to stand up for yourself, and whenever something doesn't feel right to you, you go ahead and express that thing. Don't ever forget that. But anyway, guys, that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Hit that big red button right there. I'm gonna need you to do that. And also hit that blue like button. And also go ahead and comment on your experiences at work too. And also, like, kind of comment your experience, or like kind of something that I can relate to. And then if I relate to it, I'll tell a story about it. If I don't, well, you can just request something else. That's basically how it goes. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.